Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to some Make and Break. I am Chaos Streamer today. I literally started my stream, realized I had to go do two chores, and I did them in 7 minutes and came back. And this is the first time I'm looking at my computer, and it feels odd. It feels weird to be starting stream when I wasn't prepping. So I'm going to go ahead and just delete the starting triangles. And we're going to pop up our reference images and we're going to jump straight into it. So, what are we doing today? Today, we're making a bed. We're going to make a really nice and fancy looking bed. I'm going to try not to get lost too much in these details because I do want to finish it today. Very fancy bed, for sure. But yeah, I don't want to get stuck in this. I'd rather finish and add details than not finish and have a bunch of details. So I'm going to just try my best to think about this very primitively. I'm going to think about shapes and shape design, and I'm just going to go. So we're crossing our fingers and hoping that everything's good. It's real hot in Florida today. There's a good chance that I'm just going to like get up in 30 minutes and change my pants because I'm wearing sweatpants like a fool in summer in Florida. So I might just go change my pants in the middle of stream. We'll see. But all that being said, it is time for us to jump in. Oh, no, it's not. Sorry, I have to post in the voting channel what we're doing today. Then we're good. Saf, how are you doing today? Let's say bed accessories is the name of the category. All right, let's get to it. Let's do this thing. So we're going to start with really primitive shapes first. We're not going to think too much about it. We're just going to start with primitives. Keep it real nice, real easy. Just like that is about the shape of a bed, I'd argue. Is that the shape of a bed? This is where having a reference would probably be nice. Before Simo shows up and tells me that I need to have a reference. But I'm not going to do it. Too bad. So we have that. Let's go ahead and set our scale. And let's put music on because I kind of forgot music was a thing. There we go. Much better. Cool. Okay. Now, reference it is. And by reference, I just mean we're starting. I do not mean that I'm using reference. Hey, what's up, T? I call Ace Saf and I call TT. I should just call T M. Anybody who doesn't know, T's name is M. Or Immy. Alright, let's get going up to here. And that is a bed. So, what am I looking at here? How do I want to do this? M is for Immy. Oh, M or Immy. Sorry. I feel like I'm very Sesame Street today. I got a bunch of Sesame Street energy going on right now. I don't know where that's coming from. My apologies. Wow. You know, I'm sorry I ever asked. Never mind. The sass in chat is real today. Dad Immy. Anybody who doesn't know Immy, I guess I'll share the details with you. Immy really enjoys being the quote-unquote dad of the group. I don't really get it. I don't really get it myself, but it's what they're into, so that's life, I guess. Sometimes you just gotta be into something. Alright, we're gonna do a 2 split right there, and a 2 split right here, and a 2 split right here, and a 2 split right here. And I'm thinking this is enough primitive to work with. Emmy is the dad of the group. So I've heard this propaganda before. I don't know what that means though. I'm gonna say it's not a belief that I subscribe to. No, please. We're gonna do that. Then we're going to do that. Please, sir. Thank you. And now we try to do you two. Not going to work. So now I got to match it. Yeah, we're divorced dads. There's a lot of lore to this stream. You know? Sorry to anybody who hasn't caught up on the last 10 seasons. It's a bit much. Junie. Hey, thank you, Junie. Junie, how you doing? How do I want to do this? I'm feeling really good. Actually, I'm feeling really good, surprisingly. I woke up mega early today and just took care of myself for once in my gosh dang life. You know what we should do? We should just do this and then get rid of that one. That's easy. You too? That's good to hear. What'd you do this morning? What does a productive morning look like to the Junie Mo that we all know? There we go. Let's pop all that up. So the side is the lowest part. So now we want to get rid of these two sides. And then we're going to extrude along normals again. Right? That's a bed. I think we're here. I think we are here. Walked on the treadmill, made some coffee, took a shower, cleaned the litter box, did some dishes, sent out some resumes. Also did laundry. Man. That is, that's some good stuff right there. Color me very proud. I'm very proud of you. I don't know if you want me to be proud of you, but I am proud of you. Okay, we're going to pop this up right there. I'm not going to think about, like, really big shape language yet. We're not there yet. We're not doing that yet. Junie killed it this morning? Yeah, you did a lot more than I did. I didn't do that much. Okay, we're going to do that on each of these. Now, I make this mistake every stream where I say, hey, we're going to finish this kind of quickly. But I kind of do feel that way right now. Woke up and chose adulting instead of violence. Pfft, couldn't be me. Could not be me. I'll tell you that. I choose violence every morning. I wake up every morning and I look at my ceiling and I go, I'm good. And then I go back to bed. And then I wake up like an hour later and I'm like, I regret that. That was a bad decision, wasn't it? How tall should a bed be? I'm thinking a little taller than that. Right there is probably good. Is that correct? That's the top? Yeah. We're going to do this. How tall is that little seam right there? The seam isn't actually a seam. You put a linen up here. I would have liked to have slept late, but Finn had the zoomies and was jumping on me and screaming at me to get up and wake up. Just take a nap. Take a little nap later. Hey, does anybody in chat know what is up with these pieces of fabric here? What is this? What are these doing here? Why do these exist? That doesn't make any sense to me. It's decorative? I mean, if it's decorative, I hate it. It makes it fancy. All right, you know what? I'm Googling it. It must be like a bug net or something. Why do beds have fabric above them? I'd love to have a bed like that, to be honest. I'd like to have a bed like this if you had drapes that you could close. Like, I'm secret. Because honestly, the ideal bedroom, I think, is a bed like this, where you just have blackout curtains on your bed, and then who cares about the rest of your room? Just black out your bed. Then you can then somebody can murder you. If somebody could murder you in your sleep and you wouldn't even realize it. That would be an instant pillow fort. Nothing wrong with that. Okay, canopy bed. History. Canopy bed arose from the need for warmth and privacy in shared rooms. Okay. Without central heating, private bedrooms were where only one person slept were practically unknown in the medieval and early medieval century. This is true in royal houses as well. Even in very modest homes, it was not very common to hang a simple curtain across the room to shield the bed from cold drafts and create a sense of division between living space. The family's canopy was the most important piece of household furniture. I still don't know why there's fabric on the top. It must just be a design thing. You're right. You guys are right. I think I hate it, though. I'll do it. I'm going to do it because I love everybody. But just let you know, I hate it. I don't like the way it looks. I think it looks bad. I'm a hater, I know. Just imagine myself wearing a silky nightie and walking up with a frilly sleep mask, rolling about in a big cushy pillows and big blankets. I mean, that's the life right there. I'm sort of at the point in my life where I'm like, I want a bed that's as easy to clean as possible. I'm like, if somebody could make a mattress, and I have a mattress. Look right behind me. We've already done it. I've already accomplished my goals. I just like want a single mattress on the smallest bed frame possible. If it has drawers that I can access, that's fine. It can be fancy if it has function. But if it doesn't have function, I don't care about it. I want the simplest bed. I just want to pick it up, put the sheets on, take the sheets off. I don't want to think about my bed. I want to like fall on it at night and during naps and just die. And that's it. That's all a bed is to me. It's important. I love it. I like sleep so much, but I don't want a fancy bed. So this is for you all. What is your nightie silky? Now, what does that mean? What the heck is a nightie silky? Silken coat? Explain yourself. That looks like my bed? Well, you have a fancy bed. And me at sleepover time. Yeah, that's kind of what I understood from that sentence as well. You know what? We're going to do 4. I think 4 is a good number. What is a nightie silky? Are you asking me what I sleep in? A nightie silky. I was wondering if the same was true for you. We will make a fort. Okay. Shall I show you what I sleep in? Shall I show you what I sleep in? I'll show you what I sleep in. I don't know if you guys are prepared for this, because it's a little much, but I'm going to show you what I sleep in. They're called boxers. I just sleep in a pair of boxers. I only sleep in boxers because it's hot. I live in Florida. Things suck here. Takes notes. The boxers are very silky. They are really nice. Also, I have to ask. So I have an AMA for Saf. Saf, I have an AMA for you. Are you prepared for an AMA? There is only one correct answer, and the answer is yes, you are ready. What snacks do you bring to sleep at somebody's house? What does that mean? Hey, what's up, Beryl? Beryl, I feel like it's been a hot minute since I've seen you. How you been? You doing okay? You staying healthy? Yeah, I gotta know. What do you bring? What are snacks for a sleepover? Because in my mind, it's like carrots and celery sticks. I don't know what else you would bring to a sleepover. I don't even know why you'd bring that to a sleepover. Let me put that out there. You don't know about sleepover snacks? No, I don't. What the hell? I've been off the grid with friends camping. Wow, that is a dream. Color me really jealous of you. People's favorites, but off the top of my head, chips and dip, gummies, fuzzy peaches, etc. Popcorn. Okay, popcorn. Popcorn makes a lot of sense. Okay, I'm going to give you popcorn. Everything else... S'mores makes a lot of sense. Vodka. Vodka does make sense. I can live with vodka. Yeah, in my experience, there's a real lack of alcohol in the sleepovers that I partook in as a kid. There wasn't a lot of vodka at my sleepovers. Just putting that out there. Junie, I blame you. Okay, so we have the beginnings of a bed. I'm going to look at the bed frame once more. It kind of flattens out at the top. But, like, why? Why would it do that? There would be no reason for this to flatten out. Well, come over now, and my mom will make you a martini. She's a little bartender now. That's cute. Fuzzy peaches are the best, and you can't change my mind. I like the fuzzy peaches. I like the watermelon ones more. The watermelon ones are pretty good. Okay, so we're going to start designing the bed now. We have what is roughly a pretty good bed shape. I'm just going to start designing. So if anybody has any ideas for designs, let me know. What are you, a flat bedder? What? Wait, where's flat bedder come from? Flat bedder. Did I say something relating to bed conspiracy theories? Where did flat bedder come from? That's a confusing sentence right there. Okay, here we go. We're going to grab each of these. I'm going to make that little ball. I like the ball. What kind of mattress firmness do you prefer? How many pillows do you sleep with? Oh, I have a controversial opinion to one of these. I have a very controversial opinion to one of these. Oh boy. Mattress firmness. It depends on the mattress. There's no easy answer. I grew up kind of thinking I like firm mattresses. Oh, it's like a big surprise, right? Nobody's surprised. The bed kind of flattens out. Oh, I see. I see. I like me whatever mattress feels good and is good for my neck. Because my neck is the thing that gets the most messed up in bed. My neck is actually really sore right now. Because one, I didn't sleep a lot last night, which is fine. And two, I did a lot of weird moving yesterday. I helped my dad fix my car yesterday. And it was very nice. Huge shout out to my dad. Thank you so much for helping me, Dad. But did kill my neck. Did kind of make me all sore. Because I was under that thing for a long time yesterday. I'm not going to do that yet. So, the controversial one. How many pillows do I sleep with? I should make you a heating bag. I don't know what that is, but that sounds lovely. That sounds really lovely. Silken, I kind of feel like you can do anything. You kind of got you can do anything energy. Okay, so how many pillows do I sleep with? Yeah, sorry, I'm going to be very controversial here. I really hate to do this to you all. I believe very strongly, very, very, very strongly, to the point where, like, This is crucial to who I am as a person. I get 1 pillow. My partner gets 1 pillow. Any more than that, and I will, like, actually, in the middle of sleeping, I will just pick them up and throw them off the bed. A heating bag in Florida. Please no, give me a cooling bag. Change your country. Florida's not a country. There we go. Yeah, I feel very strongly about, like, you should only have 1 pillow in bed. Like, feel free to roast me over the coals, and I know that's, like, the most controversial thing that a human being could ever say, but too bad. Too bad. It's true. I'm true. You know I'm right. Okay, so we're trying to make this really fancy little pole here. And again, I said I'm not going to get obsessed with the details. If my partner tries to take away my pillows, I'll get their hand bit off. Throw the partner or the pillow off the bed. I sleep with 2 pillows, 1 for head and 1 to put my back against, and a big stuffy. You know, 2 is not a bad number. 2's not a terrible number. It's very close to the good number, which is 1. So 2 is, like, fairly acceptable. I can accept a 2. Stuffed animals. Stuffed animals are tough. Stuffed animals are real tough to wrap your brain around. When I'm with my boyfriend, I just sleep with 1 and a small stuffy. Okay, so you follow the rule. You're good. You're set. As you get older, you might need a leg pillow that or you get an old person bed that bends. Ugh. Silken, how old are you? I need 1 for my head and 1 to hug onto like a body pillow. Well, that's why you have a partner. That's what the partner's for. I understand the need to, like, cuddle somebody. No, we're not going to disagree with that. I get that. But that's what a partner's for. Okay, so I'm looking at this bed, right? I'm looking at this bed, I'm saying, how do I want to really make this thing look the part? And I'm thinking what we want to do is we want to extrude some boundaries. Just 40, but the military screwed my legs up a lot? Hey, you seem really young to me. For me, whatever number gets my head elevated comfortably, well, then you just have a bad pillow. I'm not saying that you're, like, if you need more pillows, you do what you got to do. But, like, you need just a good pillow that raises your head a comfortable amount. Maybe we need to get ready a body pillow. I sleep with, like, 3 pillows and 30 stuffies. I make a nest. So I've heard about this nest thing. That's a bit much for me, personally. It's a bit much. Not get you one, make one of you. So I made a body pillow on stream. It's one of the best streams I've ever done. I made a body pillow on stream, folks. It kind of took off, too. A femboy body pillow, exactly. I'm pretty sure that's my best video on YouTube to date, which means it has probably like 10 views. All right, so that's not terrible looking. We're actually getting somewhere. So the top and the bottom both have some guys here. Let's see, are there any other controversial bed opinions that I have? You have a YouTube channel too? It is literally just VODs of this. So I will say hello to YouTube right now, and this will be on YouTube in maybe a week. It's the same thing, though. I mean, it's no different. Actually, the more I think about it, the more I'm like, they do both top and bottom. 30 stuffies smells like asthma. Get destroyed. Get destroyed. What a roast. Okay, so controversial bed opinions. I don't know if I'm just jealous or if I'm just a bitter old man. But when people fall asleep cuddling each other, I'm always like, that's impossible. That's not possible. You cannot fall asleep holding somebody. That's not possible. My body doesn't work that way. We're gonna call this bed frame. And let's go ahead and begin doing the really terrible process that's gonna make everybody upset. Do I even want to do this? I don't know if I really want to do this. We don't, you know what? I don't want to make a Dr. Seuss bed. Which is why I need a body pillow on the other side. What? I can fall asleep holding somebody. Caleb complains about being hot and then falls asleep cuddling me and then I can't sleep. I love that. You're like a koala? Yep. I've heard about the koala. I can't. I can't do the sleeping cuddling thing. I heat up a lot and like okay, so I've cuddled while I've slept before. I've done it. I have done it. Just putting that out there. I'm not a hypocrite. I have done it. One person can fall asleep cuddling, the other suffers for the rest of the night. Exactly. I've fallen asleep and then woken up and my arm is asleep. Yeah, that's the problem. You wake up and you're just like dead. You're like, everything hurts. Why? It's terrible. There we go. Those don't look very good. Just gonna put that out there. Those don't look very good. You know what? I think I do want to do the subdivision surface. And we're gonna do it like this. I'm gonna crease like literally everything. Let's put on a little bit of this diffusion so I can see what the heck I'm doing, and I think we got it. Yeah, okay, now I can make straight paths. This is gonna work. This is gonna work. This is gonna take a little bit, but I promise you it's gonna be worth it, and we've only used 30 minutes so far. Yeah, well, this is an easy sell for me. This is such an easy sell. Why would I not do this? You know, you could just save time with the mirror again. Simo. Always trying to make my life easy. Goodness me. Simo's always trying to just give me an easy time. Maybe I like suffering, huh? Maybe I enjoy it. Alright, here we go. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna cut this guy long ways, I guess. I don't know why we're cutting it long ways, but we're gonna cut it long ways. Let's do a little bit of that. Simo, how are you? How are you doing? So if I delete all the vertices, that is just a stump. That works. Okay, cool. And then we'll do the exact same thing here. And that should be a really easy one to manage, like that. Then we come back, and we got fourfold symmetry. You are fine. What do you mean fine? What does fine mean? Okay, let's put on our mirror. Wait a minute. Is the mirror going to work with the subsurface? Because I kind of have a feeling it's not going to work. Oh, it does work. Oh, it does work. That's pretty nice. Cool. Why wouldn't it? I have no clue. Let's not worry about it. I was just thinking too much. Okay, cool. So, Simo has saved the day once again. What else is new? Simo, how are you? What are you up to? I think we want the top of this guy to be really flat because obviously... Also, I need to learn the hotkey for switching on this. Is there a thing? X-ray. Let me search that real quick and see if there's a hotkey for it. Because there must be. I was modeling a vending machine earlier. Wow, that is pretty dope. What we're going to want to do is check F for X-ray. 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 Is there not a thing for X-ray? X-ray, X-ray, X-ray. No? There's not a shortcut for X-ray, which is a shame. That'd be a useful function to have a quick thing for. I wonder if you hold Z, pie menu is default option. It is. But there's no X-ray in the pie menu, unfortunately. There we go. That's not terrible looking. And now we're going to go ahead and solidify the rest of this. Like what level of modeling? Like with the springs that push the stuff up with all the internal parts? How to summon CGC mode. Be inefficient at Blender. Yeah, basically. I have X-ray there. I don't have X-ray there. So I wonder if my thing is set up a little bit different than yours. Okay, so pancakes, French toast, or waffles. Hey, I would like everybody to answer this, please. I'd like everybody to give this some thought today. You can either enable more options to that menu from the preferences. Yeah, I'll do that later. I'm just not going to do that while I'm streaming. But I think that's definitely the protocol. Pancakes. Okay, so we got one vote for pancakes. I will hold my peace for a little bit. We got a vote for waffles. We got another vote for waffles. There we go. That is a clean looking bed. Boom. So let's do the rest of this guy. I think I like this. I think I like that right there. We'll come back to this and think about it. But I think I like that. Now these guys. Okay, so we got to do all the flat pieces. Got to do all the flats. Okay, so let's go... Let's turn off subdivision. We're going to do just flats real quick. You're flat. You all are flat. You're real flat. You're flat. You're flat. Just like that. Let's see what that looks like. Kind of terrible looking. Okay, so I'll go ahead and give my piece. My piece is that pancakes are the worst. They're fine. I don't hate a pancake, but they're not very good. And waffles are top tier, and French toast is in the middle. If you haven't done yourself a favor, make savory French toast. Go make French toast, and instead of putting sugar and stuff on it, make it with, like, you know, if you're a bacon eater, make it with bacon. I'm not really a bacon eater anymore, so I don't do that. But, like, a little bit of bacon, some cheese on a French. Oh. Do crepes count as pancakes? Crepes do not count as pancakes. Crepes are their own unique beast. And crepes are good. Crepes are perfectly acceptable. Crepes do just fine on their own. Okay, so that's going to be solid. All of this is going to be solid right here. I like savory crepes best. Yeah. Oh, I can get down with that. A crepe really does it. Hey, folks, we have a pretty good looking mesh here today. I got to fix some of this. It's not 100% yet, but it's pretty close. Rosemary, ham, and cheese? Now you're talking. Now you're talking. That's the stuff right there. That's how you make somebody fall in love with you, is you make them a rosemary and ham crepe. That's how love works. You do that, it's over. You're married. That's actually how you propose in 9 out of 10 countries. Okay, so we've barely subsurfaced any of this, which is good, which is what I want. We have a few little artifacty areas that I gotta think about, but beyond that, we're looking pretty good. So I'm gonna leave this like this for now. We're gonna work on all of the details first before we get like stuck on details. Oh, and I need to do this part. This part's important. So let's get rid of the subdivision. Let's grab you, 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 and you. And now we're going to crease these, make it a really nice, clear ball right there. I might even push them in a little bit. Nope, that doesn't want to work. Part of me thinks this is unnecessary. Part of me thinks this is unnecessary. Here we go. Try this. Try this on for size, bud. We're going to merge at last on all of these. We're going to see how that looks. Are you dexterous in all aspects of your life or just in Blender camera movement? I wish you saw me start working in Blender because that wasn't the case. What is happening? Oh, it's sideways. You know what? I can live with that. That's a cool enough little thing for me. I'm just going to live with it. I think the reality of the situation is I am a pretty dexterous person. I'm kind of cat-like. I got a real catty attitude. Really can-do catty attitude. So I think in some regards, yeah, I'm kind of dexterous. I've been using Blender for like 2 hours now, and the camera is just amazingly hard to move. Okay, so I changed some settings. So the way that I have the settings done, and I couldn't even begin to tell you how I did it all, but I rotate around whatever object I am currently hovering over, and I have my zoom based on whatever object I'm hovering over. Make those changes, and it's a lot easier. So check out my zoom, right? This is how fast my zoom is. I'm going to click on this. Look how fast my zoom is. I can zoom in real hard and barely get inside this thing, and I can zoom in just a little bit and get all the way over here. So I have my zoom set up to zoom on the focused object and rotate around the focused object. That's big. The next thing is get used to your middle mouse and your shift middle mouse. That'll make a big difference. Beyond that, I don't know. It's just familiarity. Okay, so what is next? What do the legs of this guy look like? It's just the same thing going down, which I don't like. I actually don't like the way that looks. I guess if you're trying not to crack your floor, for me it's just a matter of getting the muscle memory down. Yeah, but changing the settings to something you like is a big part. Like, it's good to have the muscle memory, but if you don't enjoy the way that it works, you might as well change it. Okay, we're going to do that. I'm going to put this in here and scooch that in, and then we'll take it from there. That is a much easier way to control shift middle mouse scroll wheel or whatever intensity at the bottom of the screen. That's a lot of words. My brain did not process all of those words. I don't know if I have it in me to process all those words. I'm going to grab everything here, just like that. We're going to remove that crease. We're going to make this a little round, stubby leg. And we'll get going. Okay, so if I am back to edit mode, look at me press a million different things. I don't even know what I'm doing. You all think I'm good at Blender? What the heck? Okay, Now we're all the way down to here, and I can go ahead and solidify that into being a nice square. A square-shaped Clued. Clued, become a square-shaped Clued. I change literally nothing about my layout and controls. Guess I'm basic? Yeah, you're basic. You're what I would call basic. No, you do whatever you like. That doesn't bother me. Who cares, right? Alright, what I think is going to be best is if we take these guys. I know it's not a perfect square. Everybody who's upset that this is not a perfect square, I'm aware. Too long didn't read. Blender camera movements take 3+ simultaneous bunnies to do anything. This is middle mouse button. This is shift middle mouse button. Those are my only two controls. Middle mouse button, shift middle mouse button, scroll wheel. So at most, I'm only pressing 2 buttons. I know you're joking to some degree, but just to show you, it's easy. It just requires you to kind of get used to it. Better than being acidic? I don't know. I like acidic. I dig an acidic. Acidic's kind of my genre. I think I might just be an acidic person. I have a really great joke. I'm going to do the worst thing that people do, but I'm going to tell you right now, I have a really good joke, but it's offensive. And if I wasn't worried about TOS, I would definitely share it. But I'm not going to share it. Because, so I've just, like, totally, like, revealed that I have a joke that I can't share with you guys. Sorry about that. We're going to pretend that that didn't happen and move on with our lives. Okay, so. What if we do this? I'm just having some fun with this little leg here. Trying to get it feeling as cool as possible. Have fun with them bed leggies? Yeah, you gotta have some fun with the bed leggies. If you're not having fun with the bed leggies, I don't know what it is that you think is going on in this world. Also, I'm just kind of in a crazy mood right now. I don't know why I'm in such a weird mood all of a sudden. I got hyped up somehow. Sometimes you just get hyped up, I guess. You know? Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with a little bit of getting hyped up. Here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna pop these guys down. Drop it in Discord. It ain't a Twitch TOS violation if it ain't on Twitch. That's true. I don't know if it's worth it. We're just gonna move on with our lives and pretend that didn't happen. I've more than enough jokes to compensate. Speaking of which, I am actually, or at least I was for a long time when I first started on Twitch. I was really self-conscious that I wasn't funny. It takes me a long time to like get comfortable enough around people to feel like that I can be silly, because I'm generally a kind of serious person, and I don't present myself as a very funny person very often. But I think I've gotten really comfortable with you all, and I appreciate that. I really appreciate that from all of you. It's very easy to be like fun and chill around everybody here. You all make it really easy just to kind of hang out, and I couldn't hope for anything better than that. So I owe you all a huge thank you. Not that I'm the funniest man on earth or anything. I'm no Germa, but, you know, it's nice just to kind of chill for a bit. You know what? I kind of really like the idea of doing this. I kind of really like the idea of doing this. Hold on. I think we got the leg figured out. Sugar or caffeine for pick-me-ups? Neither. Well, okay, I'm kind of a sugar fiend, but I don't do it for energy. I just have like an addiction. Kind of like a debilitating addiction when you really think about it. I'm definitely like a huge sugar fiend. But it's not for the sake of energy. Okay, we've got ourselves a speed sketch. Give me 1 minute and I'll jump onto that. But yeah, I'm going to say I'm not really too much of a sugar fiend. Or a caffeine fiend. I don't do caffeine. I don't drink coffee at all. I actually think coffee is kind of terrible. The way that we are like obsessed with coffee as at least Americans, I don't know about the rest of the world. I'm assuming they all have coffee addictions. It's kind of gross to me. Coffee's kind of a lot. It's weird how like coffee is sorted into the okay pile and everything else is sorted into the not okay pile. I find that very strange personally. I love coffee so much. That suits your personality. It's just weird how like I don't know, like coffee is way more damaging to society and the world than some drugs. I'm not going to claim all drugs, but at least some drugs. And yet it just gets like a pass. Okay and not okay? Yeah, it's fine. Coffee is bae as in drugs or as in the taste as a drug. It's scary. Finnish people drink coffee the most per capita. Yeah, you guys are also the most liberal on like drug use, aren't you? You guys are cool with everything. If you're gonna allow everything, coffee gets allowed. I got no problem with that. I got no problem with that at all. No, we aren't? What? You guys aren't chill about drugs? I thought you guys were super chill about drugs. I'm going to put a little hole here. I know this is a bad idea because no one's ever going to see it, but it's such a little amount of geometry. And it's such a good detail for what this is. Okay, so a stuffed elephant plushie. We're going to do a stuffed elephant plushie in just a moment. We're going to be making a lot of plushies, I think. I have a feeling we're going to be doing a lot of plushies today. I am, but Finnish law certainly isn't. That's surprising to me, actually. That's really surprising. Okay, what time is it? It is 12:47. 12:47 is a perfectly acceptable time to start on a plushie. I'm not going to do what I did on Wednesday. If I mess up, you get the messed up one. Just going to put that out there. Because Wednesday, I went a little crazy and I kind of lost my mind. And I don't want to do that today. So, we're keeping ourselves strong. This is a good-looking bed. This is a good-looking bed. Wow, he looks good. We got to fix this guy, but he's a good-looking bed. I mean, I drink decaf, but I think you confusing them with the Netherlands? No, I don't know. I'm not thinking of anybody in specific, or specifically, I should say. Let's call this the Royal Bed. And I'm going to make a new collection for your plushies. Which you guys call stuffies, so I'm going to call it a stuffy just for you. Just for you, I'm going to call it a stuffy. Okay? Don't think I don't do you all favors. Now we pop on over to our web browser. And we say elephant plush. This is going to be hard, isn't it? This is going to be hard, isn't it? Is it like a Beanie Baby? Can I make a Beanie Baby? Or am I going to make a big giant elephant? You know what? I really like the one with the bow. I really like her with a bow. We're going to make the bow. Why do I get wrapped up in this stuff? Channel your inner gummy. The heck does that mean? What is an inner gummy? When you say gummy, the only thing I can think of is Kingdom Hearts. Okay, here we go. We're focused. Your inner gummy making groove. The gummy's new groove. Where you made the gummy bear? Oh god, I did make a good gummy bear, didn't I? Okay, I'm going to start my time now. Now, I'm looking at the shape of this. I'm starting to pay attention to anatomy a little bit more than I used to. Just a little bit more than I used to. I'm not going crazy, but just a little bit more than I used to. And I can see shapes a little bit better than I was before, which is nice, which is really good for me. So I'm going to go just based off of shape theory, and we're going to see how close I can get with this. Because I'm going to be using a new technique that I don't normally use. So if it ends up bad, that's part of it. That's okay. We're gonna be okay with that, okay? We're all gonna be accepting of this. Okay, it's that. And then these guys come out. SX. We're gonna try and use our shortcuts as much as possible. I'm gonna put a hole down the center, and we're gonna come up to the top here and round this guy out. We're going to be doing multi-res with some sculpt in a little bit, so just to keep you in the loop of what that is. You're not going crazy? You sure about that? Look, I don't need that, okay? Just because I'm going crazy doesn't mean that you need to call me out for it. I'm doing just fine who I am. Oh, we got a double Crystal Chronicles. That's kind of rare. What are the chances of that? Is my shuffle on? Shuffle's on. We got a double Crystal Chronicles. That's a cool little bit, pull right there. All right, so Stuffies. Is Stuffies a cultural thing? Why do you all call them Stuffies? There must be a cultural part of that. He's a Florida man. It's all irrelevant. Am I Florida man? Oh, no. Have I become the Florida man? I was 3D guy for a long time. Now I get to be Florida man. I can live with this. I kind of love Florida man. Okay, so we're going to give him a little pooch. A pooch really does it. There's a pooch, and you want to take that pooch and you want to scooch it back a little bit. And now you want to take these guys and bring them in. You're not the Florida man. Yes, you are not crazy compared to your neighbors. Definitely not crazy compared to my neighbors, I'll tell you that. Definitely not them. We're going to do that. And then bring this guy out just a little bit more. And that should be enough for the legs to come out. I'm just doing shape theory here. We're going to see how well this works. We're going to see how well this works. Because I kind of got a cool idea. We're going to say that is 25. Which means this has to be negative 25. Man, I'm feeling a lot more calm and collected than I was on Wednesday. I think I was just having a bad time on Wednesday. You know, sometimes you just have those days where you're just like, I am nuts right now. Like, my body is not pleased with me for some reason. I don't know why that was. I don't know what was going on Wednesday. I just felt super weird. We'll do that. Pop these two guys down just a little bit to make that shape. And then pop these guys forward. And I don't want to pop them forward. I actually want to do a straight line globally. Oh, we're here. Oh, it's perfect. Oh, it's perfect. We all have those days. It's okay. Yeah, I'm not upset about it. All right, T has recommended that everybody take a drink and a stretch. Give me one moment. In the middle of a speed sketch, that's going to be a little difficult for me to do. I'm in the mood right now. I'm in the mood for Tude. Does drinking coffee count as hydrating? No. No, it doesn't. Dude, we are looking at this guy right here and saying, hello. Sorry, I don't make the rules. I don't make the rules until I do. Okay, we got these two. We're going to pull them down and back just a little bit. I just had to put them out so I could see where they were. Oh, that's it. That's it. How much time do we have? We have only 5 minutes left. Oh my gosh, how on earth are you supposed to do this in time? I suppose this isn't just a thing. No, go get water. Don't do that. Don't do that. Go get water. I'm telling you right now, you're forced to go get water. No, don't get iced coffee. Go drink water. Iced coffee is not the solution. All right. We're going to go ahead and pop this guy down like that. And then I'm going to finish it off by saying a little bit of SZ0. It's iced coffee. That doesn't make it good. No. No. Okay. Now we can go 1, 2... 1, 2. Does white rum on the rocks count as hydration? I need to figure out where my camera was for that one. How dare you? No. Respect yourself. Eating ice is best? I cannot agree with that. That is kind of gross to me. Okay, we're going to pop one on this, one on this. Okay, now, here we go. Moment of truth. Please, please, please work. We're going to put on a subdivision. Oh, it actually looks pretty good. Like, okay, I did this in 5 minutes. Come on now. I'm not saying it's great, but it's good. And now let's make these big old ears. And you know what? Simo is right. Simo, I've heard it. Simo, I hear you loud and clear. You can stop roasting me over the coals now, okay? I've listened to your advice. It's not even in the center. Hold on. Why is it not in the center? That's weird. Well, let's just delete that. And then we're going to go ahead and pop on a mirror modifier. And we're going to put the mirror modifier up to the top. Right there. And let's look at it and make sure that the seam is correct and the seam is not correct. So now I can take it and scooch this guy over just a little bit because he got messed up. What are we doing here? Why are we overlapping so weirdly? Let's up our merge distance just a little bit. Sure, we'll do it like that. Slushies are so good. I think a slushie counts. I think a slushie is an okay thing. It's not my favorite in the world. I wouldn't say that it's great hydration, but I'd be accepting of a slushie. Okay, we're gonna grab you like this. Pull you out. I get Coca-Cola slushies when I have a bad headache. Well, that's a quirk. That's your D&D character. We've sorted out your D&D character. There we go. We got ourselves a little elephant. Let's pop in the ear just a little bit, like that. And scooch it on back. They're huge. They're so big. Why are the ears so big? I love it. They're so huge. I love how huge the ears are. Okay, we're going to do a little bit of that. I love how big the ears are. This is wonderful. Now we need to make the actual trunk, which is going to be this. They are absolute units. They're satellites. Oh, yeah. Okay, that looks all right to me. And we are going to be over time here in just a moment, so I'm just going to finish this last little piece. And then we're going to say that this is our elephant. Done. Is it great? No. No, it's not. But it's fine. She's kind of a cutie. Jealous of the whistles? It's a skill that I developed over a long period of time. It's good enough for a speed sketch. I think it's also good enough for a speed sketch. I think we pushed ourselves pretty well today. I'm going to grab these guys, scooch these guys forward to make a nice little base for the boy to sit on. It's not a boy, it's a girl, but you know. I don't know why it's connecting so weirdly, but sure, this will be our guy. Based base. Yep, this is fine. If I had to like continue on, I would fix it up quite a bit, but that's going to be our little guy. Oh, we were missing a detail. I really hate that it's doing this. We're going to just hit apply. Sorry to everybody who is mad about that. I'm also mad about that. Oh, it's because it's not connecting. What if we just up that distance? What if we just go crazy? Go up. Yeah. Yep. Hold on. The schnoozer is pretty weird looking. I think that looks all right to me, though. These two need to be separated just enough. There we go. Okay, that's it done. And then I'm going to hit apply on all of that. And then we're going to try and round it out. I'm going to cross my good golly fingers that this works. And then we're good. We're done. Turn on Dino Topo and Symmetry in Sculpting. Thank you for the Symmetry recommendation. Dino Top. I've never done Dino Top. No, I don't want to do that. That's new information for me, and this isn't a new information kind of sketch right now. So we're not going to do that. Oh, also, I'm not actually merging things, am I? What we want to do is turn on... Oh, it's not on. Never mind. You know what? This is going to be okay. She's a good elephant. I don't know why she's not connecting. We put all the pieces together. She's supposed to connect, and she's deciding not to connect, but whatever. What do I care? She's a speed sketch. This is why I get fearful of things like Mirror and all that sometimes. You forgot the bow? I have not forgotten the bow. Don't worry. Dino merges things. Okay. If you want me to do that, then I will do that. Let's turn on Dino. There's just like a hole on the head here. I don't know why. It looks like it's not doing what I want it to do at the very least, so I'm gonna say probably no on that dino top. But this is gonna be our little guy for the time being. We're gonna just up those ears just a little bit, just like that. And that's not a bad looking little baby. We can take the back of the head and just, whoa, careful. Let's turn off dino top. Got ourselves a nice little baby head. Oh, gosh. Well, she doesn't want to play, but we'll just say that's it. And then we're good. This is my guy. And now we go mesh. We go like extrude, S. Just like that. And then I grab you guys and I extrude along normals just a little bit to give that a little bit of symmetry. And if I wanted to put a curl on here, I could put a curl on here, but I'm not going to because that is too hard. So we're going to go ahead and say SX, just like that. I'll stop asking questions and speed sketch the bow later, maybe. Oh, we have an offer for somebody else to do the bow. Well, I've already done the bow, so I hate to break it to you on that one, but you're welcome to do it. I would love to see your work. Sharing your work in the Discord is actually something I really enjoy that other people do. So if you would like to do something and submit it on the Discord, I would really like to see that. That's a huge boon to me. Okay, so that is our bow, but we can go ahead and finish this bad boy off just by doing this. Put a crease on there. And say that is a bow done. Ooh, good soundtrack. What a dramatic start to a song, too. You know, every time I listen to music, people are always like, is this video game music? People have always said that to me my whole life. But honestly, video game music really thinks about their timings and stuff in ways that other music just can't bear to muster. Because they don't have to, right? Video game music really does it. For me, personally. Look at that cute little bow. She's a sweetheart. We pop that up. We pop it on back. I might use this bow for a little bit of the rest of the sketch. But let's just do a little bit of this in the meantime. Make sure she's looking good. CQDK, hello. CQDK, how you been? CQDK, I don't know if you realize, but you are loved here. People really like you here. There we go. I guess I have a project, but I'll save my point for a speed sketch instead of asking about your boxers. Hey, that's fine. Speaking of which, I'll have a short story ready soon. Still military theme, but far less brutal. I'd love to see it. Okay, so that is our little stuffed animal. I took 20 minutes instead of 10 minutes, but it is what it is. I gotta get better at setting limits for myself. I think most of us are doing pretty good. Back to the bed. Okay, so what's wrong with this bed? What are we missing? We're missing the details. I'm going to do the detail work in a little bit. What are we missing? You know what? I think I can do some crazy stuff. So first things first, I want to fix this guy up here. Let me go off of subdivision. Let's find where our working point is. It's right here. Let's push this guy up into here. Do a little bit of that. You should up the points and make them 15 minutes, then save the last 5 for all of your finishing touches. So, just to expose myself here, my goal, or my plan, I guess, was that I was eventually going to charge money for speed sketches. Oh, also, I forgot to stretch. So let's get a stretch in here. That actually feels so good right now. And then we're going to take 2 drinks of water. I remember that Hydrate used to not have a timer, and there was a point where I believe Barrel made me drink like 20 things of water in like a minute. Boy, am I glad that we don't do that anymore. Boy, am I glad that's not a thing anymore. Okay, let's go for it. Yeah, good times. Okay, so you do remember that. You like to torture. Nope, that's not going to work. We did it wrong. We got to grab you, and we got to GG that thing on down just a little bit. And now we're going to grab you and pop you out and do this. Until we get something we like. Do a Control S. Make sure that it's all sized correctly. It looks weird. It looks weird because there's a ball on top of this one. Why is there a ball on top of that? Okay, well, we can do that. Why is there a ball on top of it? I have no clue. Torture? Me? Yeah, not a sadist or anything. Barrel would never be like that. Okay, so that ball really makes a difference. Why? CQDK. CQDK was there when that was going on. Okay, that's more of a ball right there. Which means I want to do the same thing down here, and we should be good. I'm not even really sure why I use points for AMA when you just ask and answer all the time anyways. I think it's just like more legitimate. Kind of a cute way to interact. Oh yeah, CQDK, you've seen everything. You've been around forever. You know what? Now would be the time to shrink this guy. Like that. And we're going to make a nice little target ball, right? This is to keep people from crashing their cars in the front of this bed. There we go. Seen a lot of stuff, but not everything. I miss Mama Wendigo. It would be interesting to go back and try to do the Wendigo again. Tell you what, if I ever do a haunted sketch again, recommend Wendigo and I'll give it a fair trial. I'll make sure to vote for yours. And I'll give it a real fair shot. Because I think the Wendigo was interesting. I just did such a bad job. Okay. Dare I say, that is a pretty good looking bed so far. I'm pretty stoked about this. So now the question is, what do we want to add to this? I think I want to... and that is weird. I got a gift sub to a channel. In my knowledge, I have... you have not even watched it. That is weird. Cloth? What are we talking about? I've missed the thread. I don't know what we're talking about anymore. Okay, we're going to merge at last, and we're going to get going. Add cloth to the bed, the drapery. Oh yeah, we're going to get to that cloth. Don't you worry. The cloth comes soon. But it's probably going to be one of the last things I do, to be honest. I can't believe this song comes from Monster Hunter. What a wild song for Monster Hunter. Are we content with this? I think we can merge this guy as well. I normally don't like to do retopo stuff on stream, but I'm just telling you right now, the reason I'm doing this is so that I can build out some more designs on this seam right here. I want to have flat surfaces that I can build on. So that's all we're doing right now, is I'm trying to make a canvas for myself. If you were a great 3D modeler, you wouldn't have this problem, and you wouldn't have to redo all this stuff the way that I'm redoing it, but I'm only so much of a man. There's only so much I can handle with my little monkey brain. I can't be that upset about it. I love billiard? Explain billiard. What do you mean you love billiard? You like pool? Also, tell you what, it is officially time for me to change my pants. I'm gonna get out of these hot sweatpants and put on some boxers. So I'll be right back. Just in case, I'm gonna put on the BRB so you don't see anything. Excellent, excellent, excellent. So, I definitely managed to knock over all my things in my effort to change as fast as possible. I knocked over my whiteboard that has all of my daily duties on it. So, don't say I don't suffer for you guys. What is this? Why does it look like this? What the heck? Why is it sideways? Okay, we're going to do a little SZ0, bring that back to normal. Now we're looking at this and we're saying, what are we missing? What is missing here? That looks really good. I actually really like the way that looks. That looks great. Maybe a little bit too straight. We could deal with that being a little bit less straight. Okay, first things first. I see it. I see what we want to do to this. We want this to not look like this. Which means I gotta do boom, 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 boom. All the way across. Just like that, and keep it nice and straight. That should be fine. Is that what I want? Sad times? What are we sad about? What's the sadness? Are we sad that I dropped my whiteboard or what? Yeah, it's flumph time. It's always flumph time. Always time for flumps. There we go. We've done it. We fixed the problem. We fixed the problem. We're done. Problem solved. Folks, we've done it. Nope, don't do that. Folks, we've done it. Here we go. Let's do this. So, I'm going to pop you out. We're going to go bada boom. We're going to pop the next one out and go bada boom. Actually, I kind of like that thing right there. So if we grab this, make sure you are rigid. Make sure that guy's really rigid, and then we want to make this thing right here. So Up, in, out, hourglass. CQDK has a one-sided relationship with billiard. Big sad. What is billiard? What are we talking about? Explain yourself. What does that mean? Those are fighting words, Beryl. Actually, no, we've done it. We've done it. We have actually done it. We've done it. Now I just come back out one more time. Like that, and come out a little bit bigger. And then we're going to add... Ooh, actually, if I go like this, and I dissolve these edges... Oh, this is going to be it. This is perfect. Here we go. Check it out. I'm going to bring this guy in. I'm going to bring him up just a little bit. Bring you up just a little bit. And then we're going to put one more cut in here, as close down to the grain as we can get, and bring it in. What is the highest spot you have hiked to? I don't know if this counts, but we used to climb a lot of roofs when I was a teenager. Does that count? Billiard is a pool. Billiard is indeed a pool. And again, we got a crushed little guy here. We don't want these little crushed pieces. While CQDK loves billiards, billiard does not love him back. That's true. Hey, what's up, Johnny Mercado? How you doing? We are working on a little bit of a bed today. We've stepped up our game, hopefully a little bit since last time you visited. But always just learning. Always just getting better. Do what you can. CQDK, everyone's always going to call you a he. Using the good old crease? Oh yeah, crease is your best friend. CQDK, do you mind if people call you he, or would you rather that I correct people for you? Because I can correct people for you if you would like. Okay, so this guy looks bad. That looks bad. Why does he look bad? I'm not sure yet. But he does look bad. He does look bad. Okay, I see it. I see how we're going to fix this. We're going to grab you, and we're going to pop you up. Like that. And then we're going to grab... There we go. I am okay with being called he, her. Sure. I mean, for Florida, it might be. You talking about hiking a lot, so I thought maybe it does something on the Appalachian Trail or whatever. I mean, I hiked the Grand Canyon. You don't start off high, but you are proportionally higher than the ground underneath you. Does that count? I feel like that counts. The Grand Canyon, man, a gorgeous place. You see pictures of it, and you're kind of just like, it's a place, whatever. And then you go there, and you're like, wow, this is majestic. I don't really feel that way about a lot of places, but man, Grand Canyon really did it to me. Grand Canyon was beautiful. Hey, I think that's the design right there. CQDK channels so much bro energy, it makes me stupid. What does that mean? CQDK, you're just a creature. You're a cool little creature, and we all love you. Now, what I want to do, I think, is round this guy out so it doesn't look so crazy. Is this a terrible idea? This looks like a terrible idea. This is going to be really bad. The bottom of the Grand Canyon is about 2,000 feet higher than the highest spot in Florida, and you have to climb back out. Okay, If it counts, it counts. If it counts, I'm taking it. You're a fluffy creature? For sure you're a fluffy creature. Like, there's no doubt in my mind that you were a fluff ball. All right, let's do this thing. Is that a weird way to solve my problem? I think so. That's a lot of feet to stack. What does that mean? We should get rid of 4. 4 is a perfect number. I hate it. I think of CQDK as a stick person from XKCD. Alright, let's not make generalizations about each other here. We're all still human at the end of the day. Alright, I don't think I love that. Let's go ahead and pop up to here. And say, if I do a 3, right? A division of 3 is not the worst thing I've ever seen. You're looking up XKCD? I think you'd like XKCD, to be honest. They're just stick people. I own one of their books. Maybe they only have one book? I own a book from them. And we are still human, probably. Probably is a good little addition to that, I would argue. And tell you what, I'm going to take this, and now that we're here, I think I'm willing to drop this back down. Get that crease looking a little bit harder in here. Just like that. Perfect. Boy, does that look kind of bad. It looks like a Tesla coil. You know what? I'm over it. I'm over it. Go all the way back. Take me home. Take me home. Mom, take me home. I want to go home. Okay, we're back to this. Let's go ahead and dissolve those edges. And I'm going to take you, and we're going to scoot you up. Bring you up like that. I might add a bevel here. It got kind of weird and greasy. I don't know why it got so greasy, but we'll just go ahead and remove that. We can remove you guys as well and just get that rounded out a little bit. I think I'm done worrying about this. Think I'm done worrying about this. Take me home, country road. Isn't there an anime about that? Isn't there an anime where a little anime girl sings that and like everybody thinks it's the most adorable thing ever? Oh, yes, what is it? It's oh my gosh, it's Whispers of the Heart. Whispers of the Heart by Studio Ghibli. They do like a whole thing about Country Road, and it's not good. Like this girl, she writes she takes Country Road and she writes like spoof lyrics for it. And the whole movie, everybody, including adults, are like, "You're such a good writer. You should become a writer when you get older." And that's fine if like that's your spirit animal or whatever. But she's writing like Weird Al Yankovic lyrics to Country Road. And everybody is like, "You're the best writer we've ever experienced." It's like, what movie am I watching? What is this? That movie like freaks me out. It makes no sense. Man, I cannot get these guys to work. I cannot get these little balls to work. I just, for the life of me, cannot get this to work correctly. Like, that should be it. That, we should just be done right here. But for whatever reason, it doesn't track. That tracks. We've done it. Much better. I can be all the things. What if I want to be Elmo? You can be Elmo. I mean, people like Weird Al Yankovic very much. I'll make people ask permission before they tickle you then. I've lost the thread. I'm not saying people don't like Weird Al Yankovic. Let's not shame Weird Al Yankovic here. I like Weird Al. We're good on Weird Al. If you told me Weird Al was an amazing writer, not a musician, but an amazing writer, and everybody was like, please write novels, I'd be like, no. You're a comedian. And that's cool. Being a comedian is a legitimate job, and I respect comedians. You're not you're not a writer. I don't go to a firefighter and I'm like, "Hey, you make a really good police officer." You're not a police officer. You're a firefighter. Like, it's just a weird thing to like judge people for. It's weird. It's a weird movie. I'm kind of Elmo. My hair is red and I'm wearing red. All right. Turns out CQDK is Elmo, everybody. I didn't know I could attract the big guns, but I attracted Elmo into my chat today. We're going to go ahead and dissolve those edges and see what that does. That's not what I wanted. Okay, I promise I'm almost done. I promise I'm almost done. I know this is taking forever. I'm almost there. Put down that chainsaw and listen to me. It's time for us to join in the fight. It's time to let your babies grow up to be cowboys. It's time to let the bedbugs bite. I mean, I've never heard a better piece of writing in my life. If I'm being perfectly honest, that's the best piece of literature I've ever read. Okay, that is my bed. I'm thinking that's it. I'm thinking that is it. I think that's done. I can sit here and work on this thing forever. But I think we're done. I'm going to do some detail work. We'll do that later. I might actually just make a plaque and put a plaque on here. We got to do a headboard. Oh, God, I don't want to do the headboard. I forgot about the headboard. I hate headboards. Headboards are so weird. What's up with a headboard? I don't get a headboard. I don't really get what headboards are for. Especially this. Like, you have windows and you cover up your window with a headboard. Like, could you imagine? You own a house, right? You're rich and you're famous. You don't have to be famous, but you're rich and you own a house and you're doing great. And you're like, oh, this is my lovely house. And you take a walk around your house, and from your backyard, you look in your window, and half of the window is covered by a slab of wood. Isn't that weird? Isn't that a weird look? I do like me a bookshelf headboard. We can put a little bookshelf in here. Why would you want to cover up your windows? That's a strange look. Okay, let's finish this guy off. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to throw on a sheet. So I'm going to Control Z, look from the top. Ooh, I don't like Control Z. We're going to just look right here. We're going to do it just like that. I'm going to add myself up a plane. Bring you up. Bring you out to here. Actually, you're going to need to be a lot longer than that. Bring you out a little bit like that, and hopefully that's enough. I needed to squish. You're always welcome to a squish. The squish is always with you. That's pretty good. One more for good luck. And then I'll try and decimate geometry later. Do that weird remesh thing that everyone taught me to do. It has to do with the structural stability, reducing the chance of the wall aberration when the headboard is a rockin'. Just have no headboard. Well, first off, the canopy is like a big deal, right? If you have a canopy, I think it's different. But the people who just have a headboard, like attached to a frame, and don't even try and tell me it's for decoration. I'm not living in that world. I don't live in the decoration world. Okay, let's do this thing. So we're gonna go ahead and throw on some collision. Is collision what we want? I think we do want collision. And then you're gonna be cloth. We're gonna go to our animate tab because I want to be able to see what's happening in real time. I'm gonna set it to 400 because we need enough time for this to actually settle. Ooh. Oh. Oh, look at her. Look at that beaut. She went fast. And we bring that part down. Thank you. Let's see it. Bring it all the way down. Come on. Don't get trapped on yourself. That was amazing. Oh, yeah. You gotta love the physics. You know what? I think she needs more. I think she actually needs a little bit more, and I think I'm going to fluff the edges as well. So we're going to do that. Maybe? Oh, I'm actually kind of scared. I don't know if this is going to work. Sure, let's see it. Okay, so she needs some milk. She needs to be heavier. So let's give it like 2 kilograms. Quality steps, I don't care. Who cares? It's fine. Let's go for it. A little heavier now. I didn't set the in to 400, so I'm going to redo that. We're going to go all the way down. I just want this little piece of fabric to fall. Okay, it fell. It actually looks really bad. That's not what we want. We're going to want this to be a little bit smaller. Let's go for it one more time with a 600, 400, sure. It's showing a little bit of clipping, which is not lovely. Why are you clipping so much? What are you even clipping on? Oh, it's clipping on itself. Okay, it's clipping on itself. So we're going to actually take it upon ourselves to do this, which I didn't want to do, but we're going to do it. And we're going to say, hopefully this holds its scale correctly. We're looking at this. It looks fine. You know what? Actually, I'm going to unsubdivide this one time. How do I unsubdivide? What is the hotkey for that? Face, edge, unsubdivide. One time. There we go. Here we go. Moment of truth. A little bit better looking. We'll pop this guy back up to 400, and we're going to go ahead and throw the kilograms up quite a bit. And say that that's probably going to be pretty good for us. I'll stop it right... Sure, it auto-stopped actually right where I wanted it. So that's perfect. And then we look up in here and you say, hello, bedtime. That screams bedtime to me. We're good. And it's high density enough for me. It looks good. I'd say we're all set to go. Cool. Okay, so we take it. We take these. So we're going to go ahead and keep in object mode. We're going to hit apply on the cloth. I can go back to 1 and not worry about it because there's no shape keys. We're perfect. I can get rid of collision on you because we don't need you anymore. And we're set. Dunzos. Cool. What else is now? We need the mattress. A mattress is easy. I say that, and then I'm gonna really trounce myself. Oh my gosh, it's already 3:40. What? Where'd the time go? The heck? I thought I had like an hour or like 2 hours. Now, I don't know if everybody knows the rule of thumb. I'm not going to say it out loud, but you all can say it. How tall is a bed supposed to be? Everybody, let's hear it. How tall is a bed supposed to be? Tell me your beautiful answers, because there's a right answer. There's a correct answer for how tall your bed is supposed to be. There is conventional wisdom here. 5 centimeters. Definitely not 5 centimeters. 25 inches. Okay, where'd you come up with 25 inches? Why 25 inches? I'm realizing that the board being here is actually a really not good idea. A couple feet? Okay, but why? What's the thing that we're measuring for? Because that's the important thing here. I don't have a bed. I sleep on a sofa. I think it's more comfy. That's fine. Whatever you're into is cool. I'm going to make the mattress a little bit smaller because I think I'm actually going to redo this part. Same as a seat, so your butt can sit down on it and feet can be on the floor. Okay, you're getting somewhere. You're almost there. That's pretty close. There's conventional wisdom as to how tall your bed should be. Anybody who hasn't done this, I'm going to be the one to tell you how this works. Because there is a real answer. The bed, I like being higher up and having my legs dangle. Also being able to hide under it. Oh, Saf, why are you so cute? Saf, what on earth? That was about the cutest thing you could have said there. All right, we're going to give this thing some actual real bevels because I didn't like what we were doing. And I will tell you all what it is. The conventional wisdom is that a bed is supposed to be, if you are in a partnership with a male, the bed is supposed to be proportional to a part of the male's body. That is how you determine how big your bed should be. Is based off of where that happens. So the more you know. That's where that wisdom comes from. Yeah, that's like actually that's how big a bed, or that's how tall a bed is supposed to be. A bed, okay, so I'll just say it as frankly as I can. A man, assuming a man is even sleeping in the bed. Time flies by in the yellow and green. Stick around and you'll see what I mean. All right, we've gotten barrel started today. Okay, cut it in paper for me. I'll cut it in paper for you. You get a man, a masculine identifying person, to stand up on the edge of a bed. The bed is supposed to be level with a certain part of them. You can do the rest yourself. The rest you can do yourself. But that's how it's supposed to go. That's how that's supposed to work. Tell you what, I'm going to push this down just like that. What if I don't want a man? Then it doesn't matter. Who cares? You're set. You're free. This is not the ergonomic answer. This is the ergonomic answer. That's 100% the ergonomic answer. That's the whole point. It's not the most clinical answer, I think, is what I would say. You need the man just for the measuring. Wow. Beryl, you go to jail. Beryl, you're going to jail. We sentence you 40 years of hard labor. All right, so that's that. So I'm glad we could all have that moment here today. We're going to move on from that, okay? We're done. That height is too high for ergonomics. Why? That height is too high for ergonomics. What do you mean? You want to be with Beryl so they are not alone? There we go. I think I've lost what's going on in chat right now, but I didn't make this rule up. I'm not the person that made this rule up. I'm just putting that out there, okay? That's like the conventional wisdom. I didn't write the rules. If you have to hop on the bed, it's bad for your back? Why are you hopping on the bed? I don't think I get what you're saying. Anyway. This is fine. This is fine. We're done talking about it. Everyone's had enough. We're done. I've given everybody too much wisdom for one day. You have to hop on the bed is waist height? What are you talking about? You don't have to hop on the bed? Silken, I don't know what your anatomy looks like. It doesn't make any sense to me. So if I hop on the bed for a long time, you will break your back? Yeah, hop on the bed, break your mama's back. That's what we say here in the US. That's our age-old proverb. Jumping on the bed is so much fun, though. It is fun. Okay, so we're going to add a blankie. But hopping on the bed is the fun part, and my back is messed up. Welp. I agree with that one less. I agree with that one a little bit less there, Saf. Okay, so here's the idea. We got this, right? We're going to apply scale. We're going to go back to here. We're going to apply another layer of sheets to this thing. We're going to go pretty fine on the detail for this because I want to be careful of a very specific thing. We're going to apply collision again like that. And we're going to apply collision again like that. And we're going to apply collision or not fluid. We want cloth. This cloth can be light. I don't think I've jumped on a bed before. No way. You've not jumped on a bed? Of course you've jumped on a bed. What do you mean you've not jumped on a bed? Every human being on the face of the earth has jumped on a bed. Well, I kind of expected a little bit more than that. Hold on. What? How about a bouncy castle? That's not a bad answer. Okay, well, the blanket just decided it didn't care? Which is really weird. Why does the blanket not care? You're the blanket. Sure, I guess. We'll just take that, and then we're going to add a solidify. We're going to bunch this guy up, make him nice and big. And then I'm going to pop on a subdivision to give him that nice crinkled little edge right there. I hunt all the kids down in the bouncy castle. CQDK. Hello? Since when was CQDK kind of dark? I guess always. I guess always. What am I saying? You've always been dark. Never mind, I take it back. You've always been a dark one. Okay, so we got ourselves a solidify and this. I'm going to go ahead and apply these guys because I want to switch over to sculpt. And then we're going to clothify this guy. So let's make some real good looking cloth here. Not half bad. Drape some of these bits off. I can be back, but you guys make me laugh too much. Oh, I can be dark, but you guys make me laugh too much? Well, good. Laughter's great. It's nature's medicine. I was with my mom yesterday, and me and my mom were talking about like how the world might be a little bit better if like people didn't have such access to luxuries. It's like, you know, if you get sick, going to the hospital and having access to that kind of stuff is really important because we've grown accustomed to it. And I'm not trying to take that away from anybody. I don't agree with like forcing rights on people or whatever. But we were just talking about like, what if people didn't have access to that kind of stuff, and what would the world look like, and whatever. We were just going off and thinking about all sorts of stuff. And I kind of think like people would develop really healthy lifestyles if you didn't have the reliance on, you know, people bailing you out of medical emergencies. I think the world would be a lot better off. You know what? I want this just to be regular shaded smooth. That's a good looking blanket, actually. I'd love to crease the little piece over it, but that's gonna not work, so let's not do that. And now we gotta make a pillow. 2 pillows. What the heck does a pillow look like? Pillows are really weird looking. Pillows are really, really weird looking. A heart pillow? I'm not going to make a heart pillow yet. If I have time, I can make a heart pillow, but I'm not doing it yet. It's a little much for me. We're going to start by making the conventional pillow shape. And we're going to say that this guy can be maybe a little bit smaller, just like that. There we go. We'll say that is probably about the right size for a pillow. And then I'm going to do my typical trick of control. No, don't do that. Control, scale, bevel 1, subdivision surface 2. And then we're going to hit apply, and we're going to go to sculpt, and we're going to shrink the edges down. Not that one. Shrink those little edges down. And then we're going to kind of squish and flatten this guy just a little bit. There we go. That's a pretty gross looking pillow. Pretty wild looking pillow over there. Am I going to put a pillowcase on it? Boy, I don't want to. I'd rather just put a zipper on it. I'm going to not put a pillowcase on it. You're not getting a pillowcase. You can't force me to do a pillowcase, and I'm not going to do a pillowcase. Americans cannot rely on the medical establishment, and they lead quite unhealthy lives compared to other nations, so I do not think your theory is valid. Why? Just because the U.S. can't depend on their medical stuff doesn't mean that people don't believe that medical stuff can bail them out of their illnesses. I mean, just because it costs a lot of money and it's like, you know, not a good financial investment doesn't stop a lot of people from doing it. And as somebody who has, you know, personal experience as an American, I would say there's a lot of people who say like, if it gets really bad, they'll just take care of me. I'll just fix it. I'll just get it fixed. You hear that a lot around here. And I think that's not healthy. I think that's not a good way to live your life. Regardless of how you fix it, I think that's not a healthy way to live your life. Again, there are things that require medical attention, right? There's people who have like, you know, genuine things that require medical professionals. And for that sake, we have it. But I think the world in general would be better off if people were given whatever reason to pay more attention to their self needs. Oh, I forgot you guys use money on hospitals. Yeah, it's pretty terrible. It's about one of the worst things ever. Nobody's happy about it. The only people who are happy about it are the doctors who make, you know, what is it, like over $100,000 a year at base. And some of them make literally millions for prescribing people pills. It's so weird that you need to pay for medical stuff. What would stop them from doing it? People all over the world will smoke and no one has any illusions that it won't kill you. Yeah, but the reasons why we thought smoking wouldn't kill you wasn't related to medical. And people still do it now that we have medical stuff, and they still die to it. I don't think that's like a related argument. I think that's apples to oranges. I don't agree with that one. I'm going to push back on that one. I'm going to say that one's maybe a bit of a straw man. Okay, so I think I have both the pillows nice and done. I'm going to sink them into the bed just a little bit, just enough. And we'll say that this is a pretty good looking bed. I hate that the pillows are different sizes. Now I hate it a little bit less. We do need a headboard, but I'm not going to worry about the headboard right now. And I think I'm not going to worry about the proportions on the bed either. So, question time is, how are we going to style this guy? I think we just got time to style it now. I think we're actually looking like we're about done. So now I just want to look at styling this thing. Oh, you know what? I want to try and put glitter up here. I'm going to put glitter in the top part. Purple? I'm okay with purple. Maybe I'm confused. I thought the argument was that people's behavior are bad because they trust in medical to bail them out. That is exactly what I'm saying. That is 100% what I'm saying, yes. The fact that we pay money for medical does not stop people from feeling that way. People here in the US genuinely don't care about that most of the time. I mean, people wish they didn't have to pay as much, for sure, but they still do it, and they still make bad life decisions for the sake of that. It's bad. It's bad. It's gross. I don't love it, but it's true. Okay, so that is my mahogany bed. I'm going to say mahogany is a good wood for this. It's got good clear coat. The roughness is high. The specular's pretty good looking. Yeah, mahogany, I think, is the correct wood for this. Okay, so we got a vote for purple. I'm going to say purple's not bad. We're going to call this beige linen. So we're going to start with just some simple stuff, and I'm going to see if we go a little crazier from here. So there's a beige. Specular is low. Sheen is high. Sheen tint is low. Roughness, I'm kind of thinking like a satiny material, so I'm going to up the roughness a little bit. There's no clear coat. Nothing else really tracks. I think that's it. There is a subsurface to it, but I hate calculating subsurface ahead of time. So I think we're going to call it here. And now the blanket. Okay, so the blanket is a woven purple material. So we're going to call this royal purple fabric. And now I got to ask myself, what do we want the fabric to look like? Well, there's usually a lot of patterns on fancy sheets, but to make a pattern, I would need a normal map. Or a map just in general. What can I do? Pinstripes. Pinstripes are very fancy. A pinstripe is fancy. So we're going to do a wave going into a color ramp. Like that. I think we want to go based off of UVs, not based off of... That's perfect. That looks perfect. I said since the medical care here government directed, the government is interested in keeping the public healthy, and there is a good incentive on preventative around here. It is cheaper to cure just a breathing difficulty than a fully developed lung infection. So I don't think this strongly about it. So you're probably right. But yeah, I'm definitely not coming from a good point of comparison because the US has such a botched and terrible medical industry. Our medical industry is so destructive that I think, yeah, it probably would be better if we just went in the totally opposite direction. You know what? I'm going to do 0.95. And then we're going to grab you, and you're going to be... Not you. We're going to grab you, and you're going to be 0.95 white. That is fancy to me. That's what fancy sheets look like. Cool. So now I just got to get the purple correct. So how much is that a different argument? People all over the world make the best or bad decisions to smoke tobacco regardless of the availability of medical care. And generally, I would say that prevention is better. So it'd be better if people didn't put off care advice until they felt sick. I would have to look at statistics of what people do in countries where the smoking is more common and less common. But I think a lot of people don't care. Like, smoking is massive in the UK, and the UK has universal health care, so it's like there has to be something else other than that. And that's more of like rehabilitation, education, stuff like that than it is specifically the medical industry. Because hospitals aren't the ones that are going out and saying, hey, you need to stop smoking. It's usually another organization that's telling you or educating you, right? Giving you education. But I don't think that's the medical industry wanting to stop you from smoking. They might tangentially be connected to the medical industry, but I'm going to say they're not medical by default. 0.075. We're going to say this is going to be 0.8 because I like a little bit of gray. Actually, let's do 0.75. Let's keep everything symmetrical here. Can't be that. That can't be symmetrical. Okay, and then we want gray, because gray is going to be that good color. Gray is going to be that good color. Actually, if we're looking at gray, I think we might want to do white or black. Every time you go to the doctor, they ask you then if you say you drink smoke a lot and they refer you to concession for help. Okay, so first off, let's just get one thing clear. I'm just a dude on the internet. Nothing that I say makes my opinions correct. So if I have kind of weird opinions, that's okay. Let's not worry too much about that. But I'm going to say I don't know if that's what stops people from smoking. I don't think that's what stops people from smoking in general. It might be. I'm not saying I'm right, but I think it's more complicated than that. I think it's like way more complicated than that. We're going to say this is 0.97 because I think that's going to give us a cooler little look. Yeah, that looks a little bit better. I'm not sure what the color scheme should be yet. You guys let me know what you think the color scheme of this should be. But we're going to get all the details correct first. So, sheen is good, roughness is high, specular is also high. Blue? I don't know about blue. You're the one that suggested purple. What? You want me to do purple, blue, and green? That's kind of nutty. Let me go ahead and apply it to the tower. Whoa, hello. Let me apply it to this first. Before we get ahead of ourselves and we start going off in the middle of no man's land. We're going to base it off of the normal. If I grab you and I go to edit and I grab everything and we go UV cube project. Oh, it's not terrible looking. UV smart project. Nope. The law here requires that smoking causes cancer is written on every package of cigarettes or tobacco, yet our smoking rate is fairly high. Yeah, exactly. And same here. All right, you know what? I'm done talking about it. I'm not trying to convince anybody of anything. I'm just kind of sharing an opinion. So dumb question. What is the UV thing in Blender? A really good way to think about UVs is UVs are, if you tried to flatten this, UVs are what you get. Like UVs are the flattened version of this object. So the classic example is you take a Christmas candy, right? Like a Santa Claus chocolate and has the shell wrapped around it. Pull it all the way so it's 2D, it's flat. And what does the Santa texture look like? Because his face, it doesn't just make the shape of a human, he gets stretched all out. That's what UVs are. UVs just do that. Okay, let's get into this. Let's get into this. I don't love the clipping here, but I think it's okay. I'm like a little too busy to worry about it, I suppose. We'll come back to that in just a second. Or a better way to do this is just to say that this is pillows. And why don't we just make the pillows black? Because pillows work best being black anyway, in my opinion. Maybe that's not a great opinion to have, but I just like black pillows. We're going to do purple pillows. And I kind of do want to make it more satiny. So I'm going to go ahead and add a little bit of satin to this guy. We're going to add just a little bit of satin to these bad boys. Whoa, it's too much satin. We're going to say 0.5. We're going to lower that specular maybe down to 0.25. 0.25 and say, how does that look? That's pretty good looking. So it's like the old Merowin texture maps I used to edit back in the day. Exactly, yeah. So the UV is how it projects onto the object. So I'm just using automatic UV stuff, but you can sit and manually adjust it if you wanted to. So when you click this, there's all these little squares, right? My faces. The Blender has to figure out how does this fit on a 2D texture. And so depending on which projections I use, I can make it into different shapes. So cylinder projection tries to make this the center of the UV and go out. Cube projection tries to split this into 6 parts, etc., etc., etc. It works pretty good. It ain't half bad, but I don't want to think about it right now. It ain't my priority. All right, so we're going to do glitter. Here we go. Here we go. Glitter. So here is my thought process. I'm going to make it sheer. We're going to make this thing very sheer. Or add seams and unwrap. Yeah, basically. Okay, so we want a Vernoi. Hear me out. This is going to work. This is going to require a bit of effort on my part, but this is going to work. We're going to use object settings. So the goal is to make fabric. There we go. So I'm going to pop myself on a color ramp. We're going to say that it is constant. And we're going to bring it down until we have the glitter that we want. So what we want is we want a lot of little pieces of glitter. And this is going to require us to think a little chaotically. You know what? It's probably going to be a little bit easier to see if I do white. Oh, that looks perfect. That's it right there. That's the one right there. So that's going to be glitter. That's going to look like glitter, and the rest of it's going to be sheer. Stay with me. This is going to be it. This is going to look so good. So, what I'm going to do... Perfect. It is perfect, isn't it? So we're going to go down to here. We're going to go to alpha. We're going to double check that the alpha looks correct here. Please. Oh, I need to go to my world setting real quick. Change our HDRI. And then we'll be looking golden. Okay. Oh, it's so gorgeous. So gorgeous. Here we go. This is going to work. This is going to work so well. This took me no time at all. Look at that. Oh, she's beautiful. She's easy breezy, beautiful color girl. That's it right there. Cool. Now we're going to get rid of you. We're going to put on our mix RGB. This is it. This is it here. I've been training my whole life for this moment right here. This is it. This is all she wrote. So we're going to make this a nice groovy purple. We're going to make this bright gold. Bright, bright gold. I have to copy the color ramp. We have to reverse these two colors. Just like that. Okay, we got our gold. We're here. We're going to get there. All right, are you ready? We're going to do metallic, which is opposite of what we want, I think. And we want roughness to be super high as well. Okay, so I think we want to invert both of those. Yep, we're just inverting them. We got our glitter. Glitter's done. So now I got these bright, shiny bits in here. No? Hold on. Now we got the bright, shiny bits. Barrel is recommending that we all go ahead and take a stretch and a hydrate. Look at all those emotes. Silken coat. I'm feeling good about this. This is making me feel real good right now. Specular, I kind of want to be super high. The sheen obviously has to be super high. Emotes. Oh yeah, we got emotes for days. Oh, it's here. Okay, so now we want the color to be correct. So it's too red. Folks, we're here. Let's make that purple darker. And let's make it a little bit more on the blue side. So 0.66. That's way too much. 0.7. 0.68. Yeah, you'll do. There she is. That's all she wrote, folks. And I should be able to move this to adjust how much of it we have. But honestly, I don't care. We're good. I love it. I love it. I think it looks so good. We can change it all we want to make a bunch of these little pieces of glitter. But I don't think that matters too much. So I'm going to go back to, we'll say 6. 6 is a good number. Cool. So we got some sheer with some glitter. So you look up at night. You're staring up at your bed. Look at all these little glittery stars in the middle of the night. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Couldn't be more pleased. I'd sleep there. I'd sleep here too. Okay, so question time. What are we doing next? We got 10 minutes. I got to think really quick for 10 minutes what I'm doing. What do we want to add to this? Elmo? I'm definitely not going to make Elmo in 10 minutes. You wanted me to make a heart pillow. Okay, I'll make the heart pillow, sure. You can have a heart. Add the edging stuff at the foot of the board? What is the edging stuff? This stuff? I'm going to make the heart pillow. We might need to do more of this later. I'm not sure. But this has been a much better experience than Monday was, I'll say that. Not that anything was wrong with Monday, but I just wasn't feeling it. I just wasn't a good 3D day for me. And this has been a great 3D day. I'm feeling stoked about what we've done today. You're not with the square decorative pieces? I understand what you're talking about. We might have a little bit of time to do that. Okay, we're going to add a little bevel, and then we're going to add a subdivision. And tell you what, I don't want the subdivision. Or I don't want the bevel. Okay, here we go. Pop, pop. This is not the first time I've made a heart, where we actually make a lot of hearts around here. For some reason. Heart pillow is more important? Oh yeah, for sure. You share the love? Yeah, I guess I do. You know, I'm a pretty loving person despite, like, how... Like, I'm a pretty tough... Maybe tough is not the right word, but I'm a pretty, like, strict person in my life. I'm very disciplined, very... strong-willed, etc., etc. But I think I'm a very loving person. I care a lot about people. I care a lot about the human race. I care a lot about individuals, individual rights, stuff like that. So I think I tend to be pretty loving, despite how not loving I might feel on the outside. Also, I think the subdivision doesn't affect that at all, so I think we're good. Tough love. Yeah, I love tough love. I'm a big fan of tough love. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and put an apply on there, and we're going to go to edit. We're going to look at it and say, does that look good? I kind of do want to subdivide it one more time. And we're going to sculpt it. Can I swear? Of course you can swear. Whatever you want. Gruff teddy bear. Now make the heart anatomically correct. That would be very funny. Favorite Animal Crossing villager. I mean, that one's easy. It's Kabuki. Kabuki is my man. I love Kabuki so much. He's such a good boy. I love Kabuki so much. I don't have him in New Horizons, and I want him so bad. Yeah, Kabuki's dope. We're cool with Kabuki. If you don't like Kabuki, you can get off my Kabusi. Sherb? Who is Sherb? Sherb sounds like a sheep. Also, we need to acknowledge that Kabusi joke that I just did. Cause, yeah. Sherb sounds like a sheep. Goldie's good. Goldie's a sweetheart. Goldie is like the face of Pocket Camp. Which is interesting. I like how they like kind of forced that. Sherb is a new one that came out in New Horizons. He's a little pale blue goat. You showed me Sherb. You've sent me pictures of Sherb. I don't know how to swear. Good joke. Thank you, Silken Coat. Thank you. We're working on that comedy, you know? Okay, there's a little heart pillow for you. Is that good enough? I kind of wish it was plumper. So I'm just going to say, yeah, it's plumper. We did it. Say even what you want when you stub your toe. When you stub your toe, I go, so that's not a curse. I don't curse when I stub my toe. Tell you what, this little heart pillow actually kind of looks weird now that I'm seeing it on the bed. But the heart pillow belongs to the dog. Or the cat. Why? Absolutely. Heart pillow comes down. Why do you want to swear? Are you not allowed to swear in your normal life? Oh. That's the swear. Well, thank you. Cursing is all subjective, and what is important is that it activates the part of your brain that helps you deal with pain. Let's go ahead and allow that. Oh, I think I denied it by accident. Sorry. I just accidentally canceled your message. I hit allow. Cursing is all subjective, important. Yep. I say the F word when I stub my toe. I like that you call it the F word. Minecraft needs loyalty enchantment for the hoe. Oh, there it is. I did not disallow it. I just don't swear, but I'm allowed to. Yeah, I grew up like being very dissuaded from swearing because of my mom. My mom is like very anti-swearing. She's not very anti-swearing. I could walk up to my mom right now and just swear, and she'd be like, "No, I don't like that." She wouldn't be upset though. She wouldn't like throw a fit. She would just be like, "Please don't do that." Okay, we're gonna make a crazy looking heart because I'm feeling kind of weird. We didn't get as weird today as I normally like to get, so I'm gonna put all of my weirdness into this one little pillow right here. So this is my weird quota. All right, here we go. Scale to 1, distortion super high, depth to 5. And now we drop that distortion really low. Actually, distortion doesn't need to be 5. There we go. That's what I like to see. That's what I like to see. And we're going to choose a nice deep red. We're going to choose a deep primary red. And we're going to choose a lighter non-primary red. We're going to do like a 0.95. We're going to do a B-spline to make sure that everything is nice and symmetrical between each other. And I think I want to switch them. Okay, so we're going to do that. We're going to do this. 0.8, why not? Okay. Is that good enough? Do we like that? You know what? The more I look at this, the more I'm like, we want to share values. We just don't want to share shade. So I'm thinking that's the look. I have played way too much Minecraft this week. Same. We are not super anti-swearing family. If it slips due to pain or something, no one will bat an eye. But swearing deliberately is not cool. I think that's a good mentality to have, personally. I think it's a better way to live your life. Because swearing doesn't really accomplish too much. Like, it's fine. You're into whatever you're into is fine. But it just doesn't accomplish anything, and that's my big thing. So it's sort of pointless in a lot of ways. They're sentence enhancers. Yeah. I mean, I don't think they're sentence enhancers at all, actually. If I'm being perfectly honest. I don't think I subscribe to that. I think swearing to me is like... It's like getting your emotions out as fast as you can. Hey, Gunzilla down. Thank you for the follow. Okay, I'm going to keep the streaks kind of broad like that. You like the Yoshi sound effect? It's not Yoshi. Let's take another guess. What do you think it is? Yeah, I'm going to put a nice separation between these two so it can be nice and obvious. And then we're going to add the sheen and we're done. Sheen. Sheen tint is this. It's not Baby Mario. One more guess. A bean. You're closer with a bean than you were with any of the other ones. Okay, cool. So that's my heart pillow. So there we go. We got ourselves a little bed with a cat bed, some pillows, some sheets. It's all right. This isn't my best 2 hours of work, but for 2 hours of work, I can't be that upset at this. It's not bad. It looks good enough. I'm going to probably sit and tinker with this a lot later. We might come back to this, do another stream of this sometime, maybe 3 weeks from now, but who knows? So I'm going to say that is it for the main part of the stream, and make sure to join us in just a moment for the speed sketch.